Ah, the old trolley problem. The age-old way to test someone's moral philosophy is by placing them in impossibly drastic situations. It's essentially a more convoluted way to see what you would do in a scenario of like, if a lady came running up to you out of a burning building and was like, "Oh my god, you need to help me, my baby's still in there." Yeah, fuck no, lady. It's hiding there. Plus, I'm trying to hit Red Lobster right now and I don't want any dead baby on my clothes. Have a little class. Anyway, this goober next to the lever is you. And this is a runaway trolley car about to turn these 5 people on the track into a fine red paste. Unless you were to pull this lever that would divert the trolley car onto the second track where this one guy is. Well, this situation is far from good, but it sure beats my wife's nagging. So you would pull the lever then, right? Because obviously killing one person is a lot better than 5 people dying. But that's where the dilemma comes into play. See, if you were to pull the lever, you would be directly responsible for the death of the one guy. You will have effectively murdered him. But if you allow the trolley car to continue in its path, 5 people will die, but it wouldn't be directly your fault. So then I ask you, would you still pull the lever in order to save a greater number of people, even if it meant you were solely responsible for someone's death? So maybe you'd pull it, maybe you wouldn't. Maybe you thought that question was easy, maybe you thought it was really hard and you had to think it over. Maybe you're asking how in the hell would a scenario ever arise where you were the sole conductor of a lever for a runaway trolley hurling towards a bunch of people tied to a track? To which I would reply, question me again and I'll tickle fuck your toes. But see, that's the fun of trolley problems though. I find great pleasure in wondering how it would react in bizarre scenarios like this. Plus, seeing how others respond to this problem can give you a good glimpse into their psyche. For example, if someone opted to divert the track, killing the one person, they're definitely more of a utilitarian, favoring the benefit of the majority over themselves. But if someone decided to let the trolley run its course and flatten those poor 5 people, they're probably more likely to be a selfish prick. Now, wasn't that fun? Let's try a new scenario. You will once again be taking the role of God, as a runaway trolley heads towards 5 people tied to a track and you have the ability to divert it to a second track that will only kill one person. The only difference this time is that the 5 people tied to the first track do not return their shopping cart when they are done shopping. They just fucking leave it in the closest parking spot. They are effectively the spawn of Satan and must be punished. And lying isolated on the second track is your other option. A person who speaks very loudly on speakerphone in public transportation. He can be dubbed no less than the incarnation of evil. I feel no remorse for my actions. This is kinda like making you choose the lesser of two evils, but the opposite. I'm asking you, who would you rather receive the divine judgment of the holy trolley car fuck shit upitude? You are God's divine weapon. Now pick one. Pick one, pick one, pick one, pick one. Me personally, I'd go for the 5 shopping cart leavers. And not just because I consider the crime of leaving your shopping carts worse than talking loudly on the phone in public, which it is, but because if I choose that track, it gets 5 more degenerates off the streets as opposed to just the one. Yippee, we did it. Now wasn't that one just a blast? See, that's the wonderful part about trolley problems is that you can alter them to whatever scenario you want. Get creative with it. I mean, just look at this shit I found on Reddit. I'm certainly not going to take the time to do this one because I don't want to read all that, and I fear my brain has the computing power of a 2009 Dell laptop that your grandma downloaded 3 terabytes of viruses on playing online bingo. What I'm saying is you can get real inventive with these problems. Let's do another one! This one is referred to as the Sisyphus trolley problem, and it goes as follows. Every 5 seconds, the old dreaded trolley car will start hurtling towards you who is stuck on the track. If you pull the lever, it will divert the trolley onto the loop and give you 5 more seconds of precious life. Question is, do you continue to pull the lever for the rest of your life, try to find meaning and enjoyment in your meager existence? Or do you stop pulling the lever, and let the trolley car smack you against the rails like a wet sack of meat, in order to escape this loop of unending hell? Is there any purpose in all in continuing to fight an inevitable battle? Should you just allow what was always meant to happen to just run its course? Or do you take joy in what you can do? You never asked to be put in this situation, and the greatest pride you can have in this is what you have control over in an uncontrollable situation. You alone have the ability to give this life meaning. Closest thing I can equate this to is if you work every day, always being forced to do what the higher-ups tell you, never knowing if you're going to have a good or a bad day. Oh, but once it's all over and you come home from work, sit your fine ass in the recliner, drink a lukewarm beer, watch a little sports game. Suddenly, your life has meaning again. It's because you have control again. You simply find enjoyment in the parts of life you can dictate. With this being said, I ask you again, would you continue to pull the lever, or just let the trolley car flatten you? Was that? You'd still let it plow you like you were a lonely housewife? Alright, well damn. I tried, I guess. Alright, we'll do just a couple more. Here's another real philosophical one for you since I know you like those ones so much. Now I want you to imagine yourself in any scenario within the trolley problem. You could be the lever conductor, you could be tied to either track, you could even be on the trolley. Now I want you to think to yourself, am I the most fuckable person in this trolley problem? Bet you think you are, don't you? Interesting. Real free thinker, ain't you? Alright, I just want to do this one last one. Be wary though. This is what I consider to be the hardest trolley problem out of all the ones I've explained so far. The scenario is relatively the same as the others. You are the lever conductor, and the trolley is hurtling towards a track with 5 people on it. If you pull the lever, it will divert the trolley's course and kill only one person on the second track. However, if you switch it to the one-person track, the trolley won't be able to do the sick-ass loop-de-loop it was heading towards on the first track. Don't answer just yet. I want you to really think this one over. Take the day. Walk around, contemplate, ask others, sleep on it. How much does the loop-de-loop mean to you? 'Cause it means the world to me, goddammit. Anyway, that's all I got. Love you. Bye.